Hello, and welcome to the Poke and Knuckle Show, where we take a bite out of the movies, literally. So this week, we are going to discuss The Godfather.
Oh, yes.
And the fact battle begins immediately. Right, Pokey, you go first.
Okay, that was quick. So, in the DVD commentary for The Godfather 2, Francis Ford Coppola claimed that this was the first numbered sequel in film history altogether. This is, in fact, wrong, as it's only the first American sequel that has a number in the title. The actual first was called Quatermass 2 and was made in the UK in 1957. Now it's your turn.
Interesting fact. No, it's not.
I think this is very interesting.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli. This line is improvised. Richard Castellano, or Peter Clemenza, better known, he completely improvised this line. So, fact number one.
Yes, I have another fact about the second movie, actually, because it was the first actual sequel to win an Academy Award for Best Picture, and to this day, only two movies have succeeded in this, the first being The Godfather 2, and the second one being...
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings, exactly.
Yeah.
And to this date, it's also the only Best Picture Oscar winner with a Roman numeral in its title.
Speaking of Oscars, so... Brando declined the Oscars.
Yes.
Because it was a political statement. And such a statement that we're talking about it now, it was the treatment of Indian Americans. That is the reason why he declined it. Also interesting on the Oscar, Robert De Niro and Brando won the Oscar for the same character. This is the first time it ever happened in history. Don Vito.
Cool thing. You might know that the movie is directed by Francis Ford Coppola, but do you know that this traditional Sicilian hat that is worn in the movie by Michael's bodyguards, for instance, is called a Coppola?
Cool. That's
yes.
Actually, since we've started this channel, that is probably the most interesting thing you've said. So
believe me, there are more things coming.
So Brando, when he used to shoot and film, he used to have cue cards, and the producers were so peed off with this. They're just like, how can we implement this? They would put it behind lamps, they'd put it behind cameras, they would even get extras to put it behind their back, and they would just stand back facing. And Brando, because he wanted to sound more natural, and the way he looked, like, because the cue card was behind the camera, audiences always thought he was looking into the camera. So this was quite cool. He did it throughout, actually. It wasn't just Godfather.
Throughout his career, I think in a Superman movie or something, they had to plaster the entire wall. But this is a method that many people did, like Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. They never rehearsed anything, because they said if they tried it out before, what they do on set and on camera is not genuine anymore. So, but do you know that during the production of The Godfather, there was a lot of mooning going on in the crew?
Really?
Yes. You know what mooning is?
Yes, I know what mooning is.
Can you please explain to our fellow
I'm not
viewers?
going to show it. I thought he was like, you're going to show it. I'm not going to show it. It's when you put your buttocks on a glass. Normally it's done when you're in the back of the school bus going on a school trip and doing it to other people. But clearly here it was done on the production set.
Yes, and it was started by James Caan and Robert Duvall, who did it the first time when they mooned Coppola, Marlon Brando, and Salvatore Cosito. And actually, Marlon Brando was later called the Moon Champion of the production. Brando, him freaking self. And even Al Pacino did it in a scene where he sat behind a desk. And everyone was looking at his shirt in this one scene, so he just took off his pants and then mooned everybody.
Living the dream?
Yes,
living the dream.
I don't know, I think it's kind of more a nightmare.
We will see.
Yes.
We will have to have a chat with Al Pacino about this.
Yes, definitely. He will.
So, Don Vito, fourth fact, Don Vito is based on a real-life mobster. His name is Joseph Valachi, and they found him in investigations, old movie reels from investigations, or crime investigations obviously, from 1950. So it was based on a real mobster.
Speaking of real mobsters, my number one favorite fact about The Godfather is about Gianni Russo. An actor who made his acting debut in this film. Okay. He had no experience in acting,
really?
But he had connections to the real-life organized crime. And this is how he secured the role. And when he was first introduced to Marlon Brando, Brando was furious about this casting, thinking that he wanted to act opposite a different actor and not someone, because he didn't know this. Ridiculous. So Russo went to Marlon Brando and then said, according to sources, he said, if you ever talk to me like that again, or if you ever stand in the way of me getting this role again, I'm going to break you apart and suck on your heart. And Marlon Brando thought this was brilliant because he in fact thought that Russo was acting, which in fact he was not. He really threatened Marlon Brando to kill him and suck on his heart.
He made an offer he couldn't refuse.
But this, I think this is, and there is an interview where Russo himself admits doing all of this on YouTube. Super. So this, I think this is the most interesting thing about The Godfather. But do you have more facts about the franchise? I have one. It's my last one. What are you talking about?
Right. So we all know the director, but it wasn't just the director, it was his whole family in the movie. His sister was Connie, his daughter Sophia was the daughter, she was playing one of the lead roles, and what was it? His father was a pianist. Come
on!
I have to say it. And come on! He played some of the soundtracks in the movies, and he appeared as an extra in one of the Italian restaurants. So, I think that's quite cool. Those are the facts. Tell us which one is the best. And tell us your facts. If you know some other Godfather facts that we did not cover in this video, please drop them in the comments below. If you liked this video, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to make sure you're notified whenever we put up more crap like this. And have a great evening. We'll see you guys again next week, same time, same station, here on the Pork and Knuckles Show. Take care.